Hey, everybody. Great to see you. Happy. What's today? Tuesday. I'm happy to be here. So, my question is, do you hear the voices? Yes. And I will tell you what I'm talking about in just a second. So, hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ricki Heller from rickiheller.com, and I help people on restricted diets learn to love their food again so that they can lose their symptoms, allow their bodies to heal, and get back to living their absolute best lives. I'm really happy to be here with you today. I want to talk about when your body talks to you, because I think for so many people, who are looking to improve their health and they want to change to a healthier diet so that they can feel better, this can be an issue. And it took me a very long time to pay attention to this. And I think it can make the difference between struggling along and trying different things and not seeing results and actually seeing the results that you want to see in terms of your improved health. Now, again, I'm not a doctor. This is just my personal opinion, but I've seen this with so many people that I've worked with, and it absolutely happened for me too. So you may not realize that your body talks to you all the time. And the more tapped into those messages that you are, the healthier you will become, because you'll be able to course correct and adjust as you go along in your healing journey. So, just to give you an example, some of you know this story, but when I first started working with my naturopathic doctor, and I showed up with candida overgrowth, and this is something that she works on all the time. She said, okay, here's the protocol. This is what we do to fix candida. You have to eat blah, blah, blah diet. You have to take these particular supplements. And it was like oil of oregano, berberine or berberis, which is part of golden seal, and grapefruit seed extract, let us say, on rotation. And that was her approach to dealing with candida. So I'd go on the program. Of course, I am 100% compliant on the diet because I'd already been on the diet for a long time by then. And, um, I started out on the grapefruit seed extract, started to feel a little better. We rotated to the oil of oregano, not so great. We rotated to the golden seal, boom, wasn't doing anything. And I went back to her after like 2 rotations and I said, I'm not seeing any kind of improvement. In fact, I think I might be regressing a little bit with the golden seal. And she, to her credit, she said, maybe golden seal just doesn't work for your body. Let's try something else. And we experimented and we did, different protocols until we found something that worked. And if I hadn't been aware of what was going on, I wouldn't have been able to go back to her and say, this is or isn't working. And this is so true with what you eat as well. I just want to say, in my personal experience, I haven't seen that same kind of responsiveness in allopathic or conventional doctors. If you go to a doctor and you have an infection, they're going to give you antibiotics and they're going to give you the exact same dose that they give to everybody else who has antibiotics. If you get a painkiller, you're going to get the same dose, 2 pills a day or whatever. And I think in recent years, particularly around operations, they obviously are adjusting the doses, but the protocol is always the same. And if they tell you what to eat and what not to eat for a particular condition, there isn't a lot of flexibility there. So it really is up to you to learn to listen to your own body and make the fixes you need to make. And I think that is the main message I want to put across in today's video, is that most of us don't trust the messages we're getting from our own body enough. And so that's really, really important. So another way that this kind of manifests itself on the negative side, I'll give you an example. I have several clients who've said to me, excuse me, allergy season. They didn't say allergy season. I said allergy season. I was just saying, excuse me, because I coughed because of allergy season. So I've had several clients who said to me, I was out, and this is, of course, pre-COVID, or maybe when they're just out, at social distancing, social events. And they'll say, I was out with friends and everybody was having the chocolate cake. And I made a decision that I was going to eat the chocolate cake. I knew I was going to, have some trouble for the next couple of days. I might have a stomach ache for a day or two, but I decided it was worth it and I was going to eat it and enjoy it and I wasn't going to feel guilty. Well, I think it's great that you don't berate yourself when you eat something that perhaps doesn't agree with you. But I also think, why are you choosing to do that? That's my question. Why are you choosing to eat something that you already know is going to give you a stomach ache? That's your body telling you, this doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. Why are you torturing me with more chocolate cake? Right? And if you think about it in a slightly different way, I'm not a mom, but I know there are lots of moms out there who are watching. If you had a kid who was 6 years old, 7 years old, and you fed them pasta with cream sauce, and they said, Mom, I have a stomach ache. I have a stomach ache. And you're like, oh, I wonder what this is all about. And you try to figure it out, you don't figure it out, whatever. Next week, you give them pasta with cream sauce. And they say, Mommy, my stomach hurts. That's my 6-year-old impersonation. Mommy, my stomach hurts. They're crying. Maybe they vomit. Would you feed your child? Would you deliberately feed your child that pasta with cream sauce, again, knowing that they suffered by eating it? Or would you feed your husband something that you knew gave him a stomach ache? Okay, wait, maybe no. Just that depends. I know, I get it. So let's take the husband off the table, or your boss, right? But someone you really care about and love and feel responsible for their welfare. Would you feed your kids or anyone else that you love something that you know in advance is going to cause them pain? I hope the answer is no. And if the answer is no, my question to you is, why will you do that to yourself? If you care about your own health, and I know you do, then you have to start listening to those messages, because first it's a little stomach ache, and then it's big stomach ache, and then it's gas and bloating, and then it's explosive diarrhea, and then it's a rash on your entire torso, like I got because I ignored the messages of my body. So we want to learn to pay attention. And it's actually, unfortunately, it isn't even something that we learn with awareness. It's just, this is our culture. This is the way we live in modern society, where food is given such importance that we are willing to forego feeling good in order to eat something. Now, I got to tell you, my dad, who was born on a farm in the, was he born in the 18th century? No, the 20th century, one century ago. He wouldn't eat anything that he knew disagreed with him. It could be his birthday, his anniversary, and they give him they give him the most beautiful anniversary cake, and if his stomach wasn't good that day, he would say, no, thank you, I don't want it. I don't know how he did that, because I certainly wasn't raised that way, but I have been learning to adopt that approach, because I know that it doesn't serve me. If I say I want to be healthy and I spend my time eating things that harm me, then that doesn't serve my goal. My goal is to be as healthy as I can possibly be, so I can live a long and vital and vibrant and active and cogent life where I have happy and active experiences until the end of life. And that is totally possible. There are people all around the world in blue zones and centenarians who are living this kind of life. So one way to get there is to listen to our bodies. And so that would be my message for you today. Start listening. It might just be a little whisper to start. Just pay attention and see what you see and see what you learn and see how it goes. So I actually talked about this in my previous newsletter, which was Sunday. So if you're not on my list, get on at rickiheller.com/subscribe, and then you'll have all this stuff going forward. I also wanted to let you guys know, because I realize this is an issue for so many people, so many clients, and so many people who just email me and message me with these kinds of issues around what to eat and having trouble sticking with it. And I know that it's going to give me a stomach ache. You know, there are people who hear the message and still feel that they're helpless to ignore it, and they go for the chocolate cake in those situations. So I've created a free workshop that is coming up next month. I'm very excited, on May 17th. It's called Stick With It This Summer, and it's all about how to get into that mindset and adopt those habits and those thoughts that will help you to stick with your healthy eating in a way that feels simple and good and delicious, so you can be happy eating these foods and also support your best health. So if you want to find out when registration opens, if you want to be the first to get that information, registration is going to open sometime early next month. Please get on the wait list, and that will tell me that you're interested, and I will let you know as soon as registration opens. And that's at rickiheller.com/workshop list. So it's 2 words written as 1 word, workshop list. And then you can sign up and be the first to get that information about the workshop when it goes live. So I hope that was helpful. As always, I really would love to hear your reactions, your feedback, your comments, your questions, all of it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what works for you. Let me know if you've been hearing voices from your body and what you've done about them. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.